Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Dave Mason here, and this is my Sneaker Talk Sunday. Today, I got an extremely special guest who is a creator, an artist, an entrepreneur, a professor, and a surgeon. The one and only Dominic Ciambrone, aka the Shoe Surgeon. Thanks for coming on my show, bro. Greatly appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me. How's it going today?
I'm good, man. Life is good, man. We finally got some blue skies, and I
Yeah.
woke up grateful to see a blue sky this morning with all these fires going on.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, yeah, the air down in LA is crazy as well. So it's started to clear up down here too.
Good. Well, we're both Northern California dudes, and I just wanted to start off the show. I was thinking we should give a shout out to your parents' restaurant in Santa Rosa.
Yep.
If you want to talk about it, maybe like shout out the name, how long they've had it, and then the gold medal stand of your favorite dishes.
Yeah, man. The Canaveries Deli, they've had it for the past 8 years, I believe.
Sweet.
My favorite dish is, I mean, either the raviolis or the chicken parmesan sandwich. That's fire. That's super fire. I mean, everything's good.
Everything I know. I know it's hard to pick one, especially like when it's your parents' like food and it's their restaurant. You want to say everything on the menu, but okay, the raviolis and the chicken. I've had the chicken parm. I can attest the chicken parm is like loud, by all measurements. Cool, man.
They're famous for that one. That one's crazy.
That one's crazy. Yeah, that one goes. So like let's just go back a few months when quarantine first hit and everybody was kind of like locked in their houses. Did you try to do any like pick up a new skill, like an instrument, or did you do home improvements? Like what did you do when you were locked up inside?
Man, I ended up in the mental hospital. I ended up going crazy, and yeah, man, it was a pretty stressful time, and I was going through some stuff, and ended up in the mental hospital and came out a little bit more clear and a little bit more optimistic about everything else going on in life.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That must have been like a tough period to go through. I mean, you have so much going on with your school and creating, and then you're kind of cut off from all those people. I could totally understand. I see on your Instagram that you've been working out a lot. Is that something that's like a new passion? Is that helped you with your mental health? And like diet has to play a factor. So what's your diet like? What's that like?
Yeah, man. I just started, I mean, I was working out in the beginning of the year, and then COVID hit and the gyms closed, and I started hitting it hard again, and then, ended up taking a step back. So I started hitting it hard again. I'm building my new studio out, and I'm building a full gym inside.
Oh,
But yeah, it's, working out is mental or, physical health helps the mental health and vice versa. So it's definitely something that I need personally, as actually most humans do. It just depends on how much. I've been, last year I was hanging out with a lot of athletes, and I just saw how focused they were about, working out. They need to be physically, mentally, emotionally strong to be the best at their sport. So, I look up to a lot of pro athletes to, push myself to go further.
yeah. And what's that
Go
diet
ahead.
looking like? Are you got a
And the
strict diet?
No, it's not too strict right now. I got kids at home, and I still eat what
Grabbing
food
their,
that
you
they'll
steal their
eat.
fruit snacks or what?
That's right, man. If they're eating pizza, I've been eating pizza with them, but
Nice.
yeah, man, it's not super strict. It's something that I'm gonna go towards a little bit more. Is become a little bit more strict.
If you were to have a cheat day, what's a cheat day look like? Like, what's a cheat meal? Are you going and destroying like a double from In-N-Out with some animal fries, or what's a go-to meal for a cheat day?
The cheat meal is a dinner at Bestia or Badmash in LA, and it's
Okay,
my favorite Italian food of my favorite, or two of my favorite restaurants, Indian and like Italian.
bomb. Yeah, super bomb. I was in San Francisco like a couple weeks ago for a Supreme drop, and I met up with one of my homies, and he took me to this Indian restaurant in the Mission, and it was just so good. Like that naan bread with some curry. Oh man, it's
Was it your
so.
first time having it?
It was my first time eating at that restaurant in San Francisco, but I'd had it like elsewhere traveling. But yeah, it was just so good. Garlic naan. Oh man, like I could live off that stuff.
Some people either love it or hate it. I don't think there's like an in between.
No, I don't think so either. I'm with you on that. So growing up, you grew up in Santa Rosa. What kind of a person were you like in high school? Like, did you play sports? Were you an athlete? Were you an artist at a young age? Have you always been into art and creating things? Were you like an
Yeah,
athlete?
yeah. When I was growing up, I always played soccer. I mean, I was fairly athletic. I ran track. I played competitive soccer. But at the age of 5, I was building Legos, and I was very creative, hands-on, building forts in my backyard at age 12. And yeah, I guess I was always artistic. And in high school, I played soccer. I was athletic. I ran track in high school as well. And but I was also artistic, and I was taking screen printing classes in high school, and
Oh, that's cool.
um, that's when I started painting shoes. Was high school.
Nice. And the first pair you did was
The first pair of shoes I painted was an all white Air Force One mid in camouflage.
camouflage. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's hella cool. So what in life like motivated you, or who or what in life motivated you to become this shoe surgeon? Like, did you have a role model? Was it your parents? How does someone become the shoe surgeon?
I think all aspects of my life and everything that I went through are what got me to where I'm at today. I think my parents played a very important role. My brothers, I have 3 brothers. Um, Me feeling like I was a black sheep, I mean, played a role. I was always very shy and quiet, so being able to wear a pair of shoes that I did on my own was a way for me to speak without actually having to say any words, and it made me feel good. And I feel like that's what a lot of kids are looking for, is a sense of um, connection, and wanting to be connected to other classmates, or to be liked. And I think that's kind of what I was looking for. And yeah, man. And I mean, sports, being on a team definitely helped me.
Yeah.
Some of my friends in high school, I started I started a brand in high school with a friend named Eddie, and we were always very creative and always thinking
So
of shit. And one of my best friends, DJ Tony Tone from Santa Rosa, we came up with the Shoe Surgeons. Originally, it was Shoe Surgeons with the money sign and a Z when we were in New York City on a trip. That's when that came about.
that's cool. That's awesome. That's actually hella dope. I think a lot of people, when you get to high school, that's kind of where you really start to develop your interests and your personality and your friends and your support group. But like, I know sneakers for me was something that I could identify with, that helped me separate myself from a lot of other people like I was going to high school with. In Ukiah, a small town, there's no mall, there's nowhere to buy shoes. I mean, obviously you have the internet, but I was playing basketball was on an AAU team based out of Roner Park. And so twice a week, 3 times a week, we had to drive down there. And so I would always stop at the mall, grab a raffle ticket for some J's, hope that they bang my line. And then Saturday I was driving right back down to go hopefully hit the Foot Locker and pick them up. And sometimes I was calling day of, and I had to call girls that lived in Santa Rosa, like, yo, like, I'm not going to make it in time. Like, they only got one size 12 left. Like, can you go? Like, you got to pull up to the mall and grab them. Like, I'll pay you back. And like small sneaker stories like that, like, I feel like really shaped my, it took my interest from like, oh, I like these shoes. They make me feel fresh. Like, people at school like show love. But in Ukiah, like, people weren't wearing Jordans in high school. When I
Yeah.
was in high school, it was like, this is kind of like a country town. And at that time, I feel like the skater vibe was just like more of the thing than like J's. But as like a hooper, I've always loved Jordans. Like growing up, everybody played in like LeBrons or Kobe's. I was
Yeah.
strictly Jordan.
Crazy.
Strictly Jordan.
What's your favorite Jordan to play in?
My favorite Jordan to play in, 11s for sure. I feel like
Okay.
11s are like the perfect combination of the off and on court sneaker. Um, like playing in Jordan, like I played in nines my freshman year. I got him at Shoe Palace in at the
Yeah.
Santa Rosa
Shout out to
Mall.
you, Palace.
Yeah, shout out Shoe Palace in Santa Rosa, dude. Those people have come up clutch so many times for me. Yeah, it's crazy. And I remember playing with them, and they had absolutely zero grip. I wore them for half of the season and was like, dude, I got to get something else. Like, I literally can't even play in these. I'm like slipping on every court I play on.
Crazy.
It was just crazy, right? Because he played in everything. So as you grew in your career and you got more established, what was your first aha moment? What was the first time you were like, damn, this is crazy. I'm doing this with my life right now.
Man, to look back at it now, I don't really know exactly, but it was just I mean, it was me painting the pair of shoes for the first time. It was, I'm painting this pair of shoes, and I went to school, and everyone was like, "Yo, where'd you get those?" And I said I
Yeah.
made them. So it was like an aha moment there, where it was like, "Oh shit, you can make your own shoe or paint your own shoe, and uh, and do it yourself." So there was a moment there. There was a moment when I lived in Charlotte where I brought some leather and shoes to a shoe repair shop,
Okay.
and they sewed leather on there for me, and they did it. So I saw them sew some stuff together. So I was like, oh, I can do it too. And then I got also when I got hit up from a friend of mine, or I reached out to a friend, and he hit me up to do a pair of shoes for Will I Am at the VMAs, which
Oh,
was
okay.
dope. I was
Yeah.
already making shoes for Law and Order SVU at the time. I was
Whoa.
making shoes for one of the highest end stores in Los Angeles called H. Lorenzo. So there's not one moment, but there's just a lot of little parts that are
Stand
what
out.
made it. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's just all it's all of the hard work that you put in, and it's all that time of stress and dreaming and writing down your goals and actually doing the work.
yeah. That's something I've been personally working on more is writing down my goals and like literally having a goal day like a daily goal of something that I want to accomplish and then writing like the 3 ways I'm going to accomplish that. I feel like that's really helped me get to that. Get
Yeah,
to
right.
like a focus level where I'm just like my energy is like all in. Like that's what I'm focused on. That's my goal.
That's dope. Yeah, man, you got to just keep pushing, and when you manifest it and you write it down with a pen and constantly reading it and saying it and believing in it, like it all comes true.
Cool, man. Appreciate that. So I saw that you had your own figure in 2K, the video game. Do you play video games? Like, what was that experience like?
Nah, and I haven't played video games in a long time, but yeah, it's pretty. It's humbling to have the opportunity to be in a video game. It's something that is amazing, and it can't even. Yeah, it's something that I never imagined, but I'm grateful for the opportunity. Yeah, so I literally just set up the Xbox, and I know they're sending me the new PlayStation.
Oh,
So
sick.
once that comes in, I'll be able to play with. I'm gonna play. Check it out.
What's up, man? What's your character looking like? Like all 99s at maxed out everything or what?
I don't know. I got. uh, that's exactly. He's 99.
You lie a little bit about your height or what? You say you're 6'8" on the video game?
Yep, I'm fucking 6'3", man.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So you've worked with a lot of celebrities, a lot of athletes, a lot of rappers and creators. Is there someone or a brand that you haven't worked with yet that you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's. I just like to work with good people. At this point in my life, I mean, at anyone's point in life, is all we have left is the time, and we don't have time to work with shitty people. So If there was a brand that I haven't worked with, I don't think there's really.
Kind of take the opportunities as they come.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
love doing what I do, and if an opportunity arises, then it's nice. But I don't get stuck on a collaboration or other people. I used to be super motivated and really wanted to do something with Pharrell Williams. He was someone that I always looked up to, and still do. We worked on something. I worked on something with him. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have one off the top of my head.
that's cool. Yeah, that's a good answer though. I think you're just I see I sense like a focus level of just like I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I kind of let other people live and just do what they want, but I'm focused on like what I'm trying to achieve. So that's cool,
Definitely.
man. That's hella cool. What is so you make sneakers out of crazy material? What is the what are some of the craziest materials you've ever used to make a sneaker?
Yeah, it's a good question because I really love materials, and for me, my biggest focus is materials.
Mm,
Um, I work with Echo Leather out in the Netherlands, and they developed a clear leather, a translucent leather that I've made shoes
whoa,
with, which is pretty crazy. It smells like wet dog. It's horrible to smell, but the material is crazy itself. And then I helped develop a leaf material in Brazil where it's a real leaf, which is pretty
no way.
crazy. Yeah.
And I was watching one of your a show that you had done or like on YouTube, and you said you made a sneaker out of shrooms, like mushrooms, like psychedelic shrooms. Is that true? Can you actually wear that?
No, what did you watch?
I thought I
I
saw
think
it
you're.
on. I thought I saw it on Full Size Run.
No, I think there's mushroom leather. There's definitely
Okay.
mushroom leather, and yeah, they're learning how to grow mushrooms to make it into a material to use, which we've played around with. I don't know if they're psychedelic though, so you're gonna have to
Okay.
try
Okay.
that yourself,
Maybe
bro.
that's how they like in their interview. That's kind of like how they shaped it. Like you
Oh
lick it,
yeah,
like that you
for
lick
sure.
it next thing you know, you're like tripping out.
Well, I mean, I definitely want to create a shoe. That's for sure.
That'd be sick, right? That'd be sick. Um, so you have your school down in LA. If you want to like speak on that, what it's like, and you're
Yeah,
in progress right now. You're in session, so yeah, speak on it. How's that going?
yeah. Shoe Surgeon Shoe School has been such an amazing experience for me. Something I was able to create about 4 or 5 years ago, where it's more of like a workshop based, where it's a 4 day class, and
Okay.
students come from all over the world, deconstruct the shoe and rebuild it, and it's an experience that you'll never be able to relive. It's something that is, I tell a lot of the students, or I tell the students that they're doing something good for themselves when they take the class, because it helps them learn a new craft, but it also just gives them the tools to overcome anything else that comes in front of them. So the schools have been just something that I hold very dearly to my heart. That I'm so grateful to be able to have the classes, and I'm grateful that there's students that want to learn, because it took me 15 years that I had to piece together. I didn't just learn the craft from one person or one thing. It
Hmm.
was stuff that I had to put together. So today is day 2 of the class, so students are starting to sew today. So I mean, right after
Nice.
this interview, I'm gonna get back over there and sew some shoes.
Dope. And is there a specific shoe you guys are working on, or do they get to
Yeah.
pick like the model that they want?
No, the classes are focused. The first class I ever did, I gave them the option to bring any shoe, and that was just very stressful for me. It's not a good way to teach. So we organized it now. It's one shoe. So today they're working on the Jordan 1 High.
Ooh, nice. That's got to be a popular one.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the most popular ones for sure.
Dope. What do you see for the future of your brand? Where does the Sue Surgeon Do you have other adventures that you're trying to get into? Like, do you always want to do shoes, or do you want to create? I mean, you're a pure artist, so I could see you doing anything really. Is there, where do you see the future of your brand going?
Yeah, man. I just my goal is to help shift and help shape other people's lives and help uh, give people opportunity. I also work on clothing, furniture, art, um, all types of things. So I am an artist and a maker. Whether it's TV, creating my own TV show
Oh,
or
sick.
cartoon or book. I think nothing is impossible, especially things I want to do. Like I want to get into music, making music. Not rapping, but like making
Yeah.
actual sounds and stuff. And but as long as I can continue to help, change people's lives for the better, that's what's most important.
Man, that's inspirational. And I think that's a great place to wrap it up, man. I really appreciate your time. And I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for the industry that I absolutely love. I've loved sneakers ever since I could remember. Ever before I was walking, I had my first pair of J's. And man, I just really, really thank you, man. Like, you are an artist. You are literally a modern day Picasso, and what you make is fine art. And I can't thank you enough. I hope other people appreciate you as well. And thank you for giving your time and coming on my show, man. I cannot thank you enough.
Of course, man. No, I appreciate it, man. I'm excited to see the full interview and see the show.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen to Dave Mason.
Dave Mason, this is my Sneaker Talk Sunday. I had dreams about making a show like this when I was sitting in my room in Eugene, Oregon, when I was going to University of Oregon. And this is living proof that as long as you network and you're a good ass person, that you can really accomplish anything that you want. You heard it from me first. Dave Mason interviewing the shoe surgeon. Thanks, Dom. Appreciate it, my dude.
Thank you. All right, man.